All right, so Rick and Morty season 6 episode 5 came out a couple of hours ago and I finally got to watch it and here are my thoughts on it. But before I give my thoughts on it, the plot of it is pretty much this. So I checked IMDb and there wasn't a synopsis for it. So I'm going to do my best to kind of give the plot of the episode. And pretty much it's just Rick trying to stop Jerry from banging his mom. That's pretty much the episode. And the reason why he's doing that is because there's some weird society thing going on. And it's with these fortune cookies. And I guess the fortune cookie said something like Jerry's going to bang his mom. And there's this woman who's like the boss of this fortune cookie thing. And she's trying to get Jerry to bang his mom. And Rick's trying to prevent that from happening. Also, there's this B-plot thing that happens. Actually, I wouldn't even call it a B-plot. It's more of like a D-plot or something. But Morty, Summer, and the two Beths go to this zoo, just a regular zoo, not an intergalactic zoo, just a regular zoo. And then we never really see them again. The episode's pretty much just about Jerry and Rick trying to stop this thing from happening. All right, let's get into the good parts of this episode. For one, I really liked Rick's fight scenes in this episode. I don't know why, but when there's a certain scene in the episode where they go to Panda Express and Rick kills all of them in this chill instrumental in the background. And I thought it was kind of funny, but I also really liked his kills in the episode. And also I liked Rick and Jerry's relationship in this episode. Once again, we don't get any groundbreaking stuff. I'm not expecting that from Rick and Morty, but I did like the dynamic between them in this episode, and sometimes it was funny, but I did think that the plot of this episode was really messed up. Another thing that I liked about this episode is that Rick and Jerry end up going to this certain world. I forgot the world's name, but pretty much they go to this certain world, and I thought the cool part was that the soldiers had this certain thing where I don't remember exactly how it worked, but pretty much they had something saying oh, I can stick to a wall as a power or something. And then Rick would use it against them. I thought that was a really cool thing that they did, which kind of goes into my other point of saying that I really liked Rick's fight scenes in this episode. I thought the people who, work on the show did a very good job of making them exciting. Because usually when I'm watching these fight scenes, I kind of get bored of them. But this episode, I was actually enjoying it. Also, there's this blonde woman. She's the boss, like I said. And she was an alright villain. She was just a one-episode villain. I'm pretty sure she doesn't die in the episode, but she gets defeated. I doubt we're going to see her again. So I have no real feelings about her. Alright, let's get into the bad parts of this episode. Once again, the jokes. I didn't really laugh in this episode, but there was this one white woman joke that Rick made that I actually thought was kind of funny, but that was about it. Also, Rick just slapping Jerry at the end of the episode was so random that I actually started to laugh a bit, but really that's about it. Another criticism that I would say is that the Morty, Summer, and the two Beths going to the zoo. Once they go off to that zoo, we literally barely see them again. And then we see them again in the post-credit scene. And once again, I thought that was funny, but it would have been nice to see them just a bit more. The next criticism that I have is, once again, one that I've been saying for weeks, where it's we really don't know the direction that Rick and Morty is going down this season. We don't know. What's the point of this season? And I don't know if I've made this point before, but I believe Rick and Morty has been renewed already for 10 seasons. This is season 6, but it still has a guaranteed 4 seasons. And that means that, I don't know if this is true or not, but that means that the show can kind of coast. They can kind of get away with having lackluster seasons because they have a guaranteed 4 seasons, extra 4 seasons. While in the earlier seasons, they didn't have that, which means that they had to, really make sure that the show was great. But since now they already have that secured deal and the secured money, they can get away with it. Overall, guys, if you're waiting for what episode 1 of Rick and Morty season 6 set up, you're going to be waiting for a very long time because it doesn't seem like they're going to go back to that at least anytime soon. We still have 5 episodes left. We're halfway through the season. So I'm going to go ahead and give Rick and Morty season 6 a 7 out of 10 for now. We'll see how it ends. Let me know in the comments what you thought. And those are my thoughts on that.